Three news stories for you. Firstly, viewers, Ethiopian PM Abiy in a ceremony an hour ago recognized the services of some media persons and artists during a national emergency which was imposed to stop TDF's advance towards Addis Ababa. Though media has been under crackdown, we have seen several journalists put in prison, but today PM Abiy gave awards to some artists and media persons. Secondly, viewers, is Fano going to be led by Iskander Nega, head of Baldiras party? Because today he visited Dessie, and Fano welcomed him by taking out a large rally in Dessie. We have a video clip for you. And thirdly, viewers, Ethiopian government has agreed to ease some restrictions on aid agencies working on Tigray. Ethiopian government and aid agencies have agreed on some new points. 5 assurances have been given by Ethiopian government to aid agencies working in Tigray. We'll have a look at these 5 points one by one. Firstly, viewers, though media has been under crackdown since the start of Tigray conflict, several journalists were put in prison. But today, Ethiopian government organized a ceremony and some media persons and artists were given awards by Ethiopian PM Abiy Ahmad. Several journalists have been released within the past few days, viewers. We have seen people like Samson Mamo, Yaspet Tesfaye, Maiza Muhammad, Ermias, and several other journalists have been released within the past few days. Tamat Nagra has not been released so far. Some journalists are still in prison. But today, PM Abiy recognized the work of some media persons and some artists during national emergency. Some names have been left out. We'll try to update you in coming videos. Secondly, Iskander Nega, since his release, he has been meeting Fano leaders. He has met all main Fano commanders. He has met with Zamine Kasi, with Masresha, with Mesafent and others. Today, he was due to visit Dessie. And reportedly from Hayek, he went to Dessie. Fano commanders took out a rally in Dessie city to welcome the convoy of Iskander Nega. He was very warmly welcomed in Dessie city today. Solomon Ali, Ermias Ialio are 2 Fano commanders. They took out this rally in Dessie today. They welcomed the convoy of Iskander Nega. Iskander Nega leads a political party, Baldiras. Is he going to lead Fano? Fano-Iskander Nega ties are becoming very prominent, viewers. Fano is appreciating his efforts and he is in touch with Fano. He is visiting Fano leaders, meeting them. Watch this video clip from Dessie showing a rally taken out by Fano commanders to welcome Iskander Nega, head of Baldiras party. Lastly, viewers, aid agencies, WFP, UN aid agencies, they have been saying in the past few days, we have seen statements from them that there is shortage of cash, shortage of fuel, shortage of aid, and they are about to stop all their operations in Tigray. We have seen some pressure upon Ethiopian government too that it should allow aid into Tigray. Now, Ethiopian government has agreed on some points with aid agencies. Uh, can this agreement have an impact on aid delivery to Tigray? Five main points have been agreed by Ethiopian government. Firstly, viewers, some fuel tankers will be allowed into Tigray. We know that no fuel tankers are being allowed in Tigray for several weeks, and aid agencies have run out of fuel. Now, fuel tankers will be allowed for aid agencies, not for the government of Tigray. Secondly, UNHAS flights will be increased from 2 to 3. UNHAS flights transport workers, officials of aid agencies. So their number will be increased from 2 to 3. Secondly, aid agencies will be provided with more cash. Thirdly, and fourthly, some restrictions on communication equipment will be eased. And lastly, reportedly, more than 28 trucks are being sent from afar to Tigray. Now, all these 5 points are linked to the work of aid agencies. They'll have some fuel, they'll have more cash, they'll have communication equipment. But how will they work if they don't have any supplies coming in? You need to increase supplies into Tigray, supplies of food, supplies of medical aid. If you don't allow supplies into Tigray, these 5 points will not make any difference regarding overall catastrophic humanitarian situation in Tigray. Let's see, will Ethiopian government abide by these 5 points or not? That remains to be seen. And secondly, we are hearing about these 20 trucks which are on their way towards Tigray. How will they reach Tigray? Because fighting is still going on Abala front. In the previous video, I told you about a new front on a far Tigray border. So fighting near Abala, near Megale, and Milazat as well. So how will these 8 trucks enter Tigray? That is also another question. How will fuel tankers enter Tigray? That is another question. So aid delivery is linked to cessation of hostilities, to ceasefire. If there is fighting on Tigray, a far border, it's almost impossible to deliver aid to Tigray. Let's see, will Ethiopian government abide by these 5 points agreed with aid agencies? Thank you for watching.